we're live with a new edition of the Mahoning Movement Show on Youngstown Studio in beautiful downtown Youngstown. And it's a very special show. One, it's the last show before the final master's presentation this Friday, 3 p.m. at the Steel Museum. Everybody's welcome and excited to share what I've been working on with this Mahoning Movement project. Today's also a special edition because as our guest, we have Don Rex with us. And Don is a critical component of Friends of the Mahoning River, a longtime board member, and I just joined the board last year, so we've been working together on that. And also, interestingly enough, he was Joe's principal, and not only Joe's principal, but also the Martini's principal, them being Gerard folks too. So welcome to the show, Don.
Thank you. Good to be here.
It's good to have you, man. So, how many years have you been involved with Friends of the Mahoning River?
I'd say probably close to 10 years now.
Wow, and it's a great group to be a part of because it seems like everybody loves the river, but everybody kind of like approaches it from kind of different angles. So you're also an avid kayakist, right? Like you get into the kayaks?
Yes, but not recently, but yes.
So yeah, I know you and Tom are into that, and so then you have the water quality experts with Felicia and Colleen and
Stuart.
oh, who else?
Stuart Smith.
Yeah, and then Zach Felger's a fisherman. I'm interested in the pathways. Well, I'm interested in the river itself, but also this project's about having active transportation trails along the river. So it's such a cool group to be a part of. I'm honored to, be a part of it with you, and excited for things to come. And how's Riverfest looking too? We got Riverfest coming back this year, right?
Yes, first time in 2 or 3 years now. It's coming along. It's going to be much smaller. Um, Previous years, they got really big, and we had a hard time getting volunteers to help out. So when we decided to go back and try it again, we decided to make it much smaller. It's going to be focused on the river and environmental concerns.
And back at the B&O station this year, right?
Yes, back to the B&O, the little park there. The name escapes me, but the park next to the B&O.
Yeah, does that park have a specific name? I just always called like the B&O park there.
It does. It's one of those names I always forget.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Shut off my phone, so it came through the computer.
Oh yeah, does that to me too sometimes. We got Joe here too. Joe, can you hop on as well?
Yeah, let me pop over on that side.
Oh yeah, come on over here. All right.
Hello, Joe.
How are things at Gerard High School?
What's that?
How were things at Gerard High School? What year were you there that Don was your principal?
So I graduated in '95, and you were actually principal during elementary, right? You were at Prospect, correct?
Yeah, I started in elementary. I actually started at Todd Woods Elementary, and then Washington Elementary, then went to Todd Woods, then to Prospect. They kept closing the schools when I was there. But then I ended up at the high school in the guidance department.
Yeah, so Gerard was amazing. It's one of those schools where it wasn't so big that you didn't know everybody that was in the class, and it was a pretty tight deal. The teachers were great, administration was great. I had a really good experience.
Nice.
Good.
And are you from Gerard originally, Don?
Yes, graduated from Gerard High School.
What's like your memories of what year?
1963. Oh, a long time ago.
Oh wow. Man. So what's your memories of like the river growing up? So I mean that was the heyday of the steel mills and whatnot. I'm sure there's probably a lot of pollution going into it and not much recreation in those days, right?
Oh, that's for sure. Nobody did recreation on the river. I remember it being orange and never freezing. Those are my most fond memories of the Mahoning River, and having the black graphite all over your car in the morning from the steel mills.
And what is it? Is it Squaw Creek? What's the creek that runs through Todd Park in Girard?
Yes, that is Squaw Creek. There's
So
a
that was a little park there, though, right?
it was a what?
That park has been there for a while, right? That Todd
Yeah,
Park there in Girard.
when I was a principal at Washington School, we used to have our school picnics there at Washington. So it's been there a long time. There's also a little Squaw Creek that actually most people know it because it runs through the Girard sewage plant to the Mahoning.
Oh, really?
It
Huh.
runs through Liberty Park.
And then I hear, was it the Leather Works area? I hear there's a lot of talk in Girard about um, them getting that property back. And
Yeah, yeah.
so are those Leather Works? Is that right behind where the Golf Dome is? Is
Yeah,
that the area they're considering?
well, actually, just what would it be? Just south of same side of the road as the Golf Dome, a little further towards downtown is where the actual site was. Excuse me. Yeah, finally, after all these years, the city finally got control of the property, and so they're in the process now of finding out how much pollution and what has to be done. But at least it's within sight.
Yeah, and that's such a great area back there. And there's so much room between the Golf Dome and the river. And there's so many paths back there, so many, there's active railroad tracks, but there's also a lot of abandoned railroad tracks that will be perfect for the Mahoning River Greenway going through there.
Yeah,
It's really, it's already ready to go pretty
yeah,
much.
correct. The city's been working with the railroads, but railroads are tough to deal with. They do not want to give up railroad property. So we'll see what happens. But you do have
Yeah,
to.
and that's something I try. Yeah, and that's something I try to talk about a bit in the Mahoning Movement project is that there's so many government land grants that got the railroads going, and so much public subsidization to get the railroads established in this country, and the railroads need to be reminded, like kind of give back to the community. There's so many abandoned railroad corridors which they're continuing to hold on to, including between Warren and Ravenna, where you could have a straight shot as part of the Mahoning River Greenway, and that same railroad corridor turns into the Portage County Hike and Bike Trail too. But I guess it's still an ongoing thing about the railroads not wanting to give it up, and if they do, they really try to bilk the communities and how much money they want for them. So I don't know. It's always tough to convince large corporations to do their part, but hopefully they come around.
Yes.
Will you guys have any reminiscences of
No, I was
Gerard?
such a good kid. We never had any run-ins.
Where did you grow up, Joe? What street? Joe?
Street,
Yeah, what street?
Woodlawn.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yep.
Gerard Heights. Huh?
Yeah, well, it's a great community there, and it's
For sure.
I always I grew up in Youngstown, and I always thought of these as different places, and of course you have the old joke about Youngstown and Warren, the Scrappers, that they named the baseball team the Scrappers because Youngstown and Warren couldn't get along to come up with a name between them. But when you think about the region through the perspective of the river, like we're all communities, interconnected communities along the river. And so like doing this whole project and the education that I've been getting at YSU like really has changed my perspective of identifying as the Mahoning Valley, as the region, and not just through Youngstown, but like we're directly connected to Girard. Girard's directly connected to Niles. Niles directly connected to Warren, and so on. And so I really think that the river itself as a blueway, and then getting this Mahoning River greenway, that it really will make tangible for people those connections between our community. And thank you to you for all your work you've done with Friends of the Mahoning River and individually through all the years. And looking forward to the future of really, keeping it going.
Yes, definitely. Yep. Yeah, the community.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. Joe's got to run, so we were going to wrap it up today. But thank you, Don. And yeah, see you at the next meeting.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Jake. Bye-bye.
Cool. That was good seeing him again. That's awesome. All right. Well, till next time. So
Well, next time, yeah. Sorry, I know you got to run. And
it's all good.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. If you like our programming, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our Facebook page, or subscribe to your favorite podcast platform like iTunes or Spotify. This is original Youngstown content, and we would appreciate you sharing the videos and the word about us. Thank you.